divine revelation. Your miraculous journey is more sacred than you can imagine, confirmed by God. In the quiet village of Alderwood, where the rolling hills glimmered with morning dew, Anna Collins gathered her family around the oak table for breakfast. The air was filled with a blend of warm bread and fragrant coffee, grounding them in their routine as they bowed their heads for morning prayers. Yet, a shadow loomed over their bliss. Their youngest, Ben, had been diagnosed with an illness that left even the most resilient spirits faltering. One evening, under the glow of flickering candles in St. Mary's Church, Anna felt something shift. As the congregation enveloped her in prayer, the love and support of her neighbors surged around her like a warm tide. Suddenly, in that sacred moment, it happened. A radiant light filled her vision, and she heard whispers carrying on the wind a promise of healing, an affirmation that they were never alone. The sensation was intoxicating. Warmth radiated through her veins, banishing fear. This wasn't just a hope. It felt like divine assurance. God is with us, she declared, heart pounding with fervor. Days slipped by, yet the heaviness rested on her heart. As Anna clung to her faith, tensions brewed at home. James, her husband, the once steadfast believer, began leaning toward the science behind their son's condition. His doubt nagged at her, each conversation becoming a tug-of-war between belief and skepticism. "We must trust in God's plan," she would plead, her heart racing, but his eyes reflected uncertainty. Before we continue, I need to tell you about something important that's happening. YouTube has been making changes to the system, and many people are losing notifications from channels they follow. If you're enjoying the content, click the bell and mark all notifications so you don't miss the next videos. And if you can leave a like, it really helps me with reach. Seriously, it makes a difference. Oh, tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I'm always curious to know who's on the other side of the screen. Now let's continue. As they moved through the week, Anna organized prayer meetings in their cottage, inviting neighbors for fervent prayers, their voices intertwining in the air, mingling with the warmth of flaming candles. Spirits rose. Their united faith crackled with energy. Then, on a drenched evening as sheets of rain pelted the village, hope took root in an unexpected form. Amidst prayer, a stranger entered, a man from a nearby town, a healer known through whispers and tales. He offered an alternative remedy, giving James newfound hope. "We can't ignore science," he argued, excitement lighting his features, but Anna felt the swelling unease in her soul. Surrendering to alternative treatments felt like losing control. It felt like walking away from her convictions. What if it's not the solution? She murmured to herself. During one last prayer meeting, light flooded through the stained glass, dancing across the faces of the congregation. As they knelt in supplication, Anna could barely breathe. Suddenly, in that sacred silence, a hush moved through the room. A deep assurance enveloped her soul. Ben would be healed. In the following days, the miraculous took shape. Ben began to regain strength, laughter echoing like a tune through their once somber home. But the question lingered. Was it her unwavering belief that turned despair into joy, or was it just the flicker of hope? As they stared at their vibrant son, joy mingled with unanswered doubts. How long could miracles hold when shadows still loomed? The divine journey was far from over. One peaceful afternoon, Anna gathered her family in the garden, the soft sun caressing their skin. Ben was playing with his toy cars, laughter seamlessly harmonizing with the gentle rustle of leaves. But deep within her, the fleeting moments of joy were shadowed by uncertainty. As she watched him race the cars down the garden path, a part of her heart ached with the weight of doubt. "Will he be all right?" she whispered under her breath, her gaze lingering on Ben's bright eyes. The flicker of light from that night in church seemed distant now, nearly fading into memory. "Anna, you've got to relax," James said as he joined her in the garden, sensing her turmoil. The warmth of the sun transformed into an uneasy heat as they faced each other. "We're doing all we can. The treatments are helping. And what if they're not enough?" she replied, her voice quivering. These remedies could lead us down a path away from what we truly believe. What about God's assurance? Uncertainty hung thick between them, each holding on to different facets of belief. The days turned into weeks, with Anna weaving herself into prayer more deeply than ever. Each whisper to God became a lifeline to pull her through the tempest of her emotions. She would often find herself in the soft light of dawn on her knees, seeking clarity. In those quiet moments, she would hear the wind rustling through the trees, framing her prayers like a delicate embrace. One day, in search of solace, she stumbled upon a worn book of Psalms nestled in the attic. Dust motes danced in the afternoon sun as she opened its cracked spine, each page revealing words that felt both ancient and new. One verse struck her like a lightning bolt, igniting a flicker of hope. "The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit." Instantly, she felt a warmth spread through her heart, a reminder that love often flourishes in brokenness. "James," she called, urgency lacing her tone. "Come here." He walked in, eyebrow raised in curiosity. Anna let the pages open at the verse, a smile breaking through her silent doubts. "Look at this. God hears us even when we feel alone. He is close to us." James studied the words, his expression unreadable. "I do want to believe this," he began, but Anna cut him off. "No, you must believe it. We're not alone in this journey." Her heart was pounding as she spoke, the passion filling the room with a fiercely tender energy pressed gently between her fingertips. In the following days, the weight that had pooled in their home shifted slightly. James, while still skeptical, began attending the prayer meetings with renewed interest. A flicker of his former faith began to illuminate his expressions, though doubts still loomed in his heart. Anna held fast to faith as she watched Ben blossom, a spirit shimmering within him. They embraced his laughter as a gift from God, a reminder of hope. Every moment was a miracle in its own right, but uncertainty whispered in the corners of Anna's mind. Then, one evening, Anna saw that familiar, radiant light again. It flooded her heart as she closed her eyes, the gentle embrace of divine presence wrapping around her. Could this truly be our healing? She pondered. Just then, she felt a divine shift, as if the very threads of fate were weaving tighter around them. Questions flooded her mind. Was this the start of an incredible change, or a fragile moment that could shatter into 1,000 pieces? As Anna gazed at her family, the air electric with possibilities, the answer began to whisper ever so softly in her spirit. God is just beginning. And within her heart, a new journey beckoned. What would unfold for them next? As the warm glow of morning filtered through the kitchen window, Anna busied herself with breakfast, but her heart was far from the sizzling bacon and fresh bread. A new energy danced within her, an inexplicable urge to extend their journey of faith beyond their walls. She slid a glance out the window, where Ben played with his toy cars again. This time, Anna felt a spark of determination ignite. What if our journey becomes a beacon of hope for others? She mused aloud. A stirring thought, what if their struggles could help others see the light? "James, what are your thoughts on hosting a prayer gathering?" She ventured as he strolled into the room. He halted, surprise coloring his face. "A gathering? Here?" "Yes. We can invite friends, family, anyone needing hope. We could share our story, pray together, seek God's presence in our struggles." Imagine the power in unity. James frowned, his brows creasing. But will it even make a difference? What if people don't respond? Even if it helps just one person, it's worth it. Anna persisted, her heart racing with zeal. The doubt on James's face lingered, but the glimmer of his reconsideration sparked a flicker in Anna's spirit. Over the next few days, preparations filled the home with bubbling excitement. Anna decorated the living room with care, choosing vibrant flowers and soft lighting to create an inviting atmosphere. Each little detail felt like offering a prayer of anticipation to God, each arrangement whispering hope. As the evening approached, Anna's heart raced with both excitement and nervousness. The quietly gathering clouds cast a soft shadow over the setting sun, but she gasped at the sight of the sky, changing golden rays breaking through as if heaven itself was beckoning them. Their guests trickled in, filling the space with warmth and laughter. Familiar faces, along with a few new ones, filled the room. Anna felt her earlier doubts flutter away as she embraced one friend after another, the shared burdens creating bonds stronger than steel. Once everyone settled, James began to speak. He shared their journey, the wavering faith, the struggles, and the flicker of hope ignited by the psalm. His voice, initially shaky, grew steady, imbued with warmth. And through all the uncertainty, he said, God has never left us. I stand before you today, not just as a father, but as a believer in the power of prayer and community. Applause erupted, but James raised his hand, quieting them with a tender smile. Let us pray together. Let us invite God's presence to fill this space. As they held hands, an electric current rippled through the gathering. Anna could feel it, the collective yearning of hearts reaching toward heaven. She closed her eyes tightly, surrendering her fears, her hopes, everything weighted upon her spirit. Lord, we come together in your name. The atmosphere shifted like the air before a storm, and Anna felt a movement within her, a stirring promise that echoed beyond mere words. Suddenly, a faint glow spread from the center of the room, radiant like the sun breaking dawn, shifting the energies in the room. Murmurs filled the air as guests gasped at the sight, eyes wide with wonder. "Do you feel that?" whispered one participant, a tear tracing down her cheek. "Yes," Anna replied, her heart pounding with delirious joy as she opened her eyes. The light felt engulfing, sacred. Questions raced through her mind once more. Was this a divine sign? The culmination of their prayers? As they emerged from the prayer, Anna noticed Ben looking up at the light, a smile spreading across his face. His laughter rang pure and simple, a sound of divine grace that melted through the uncertainty of the previous days. In that moment, Anna knew something miraculous was unfolding, a journey only God could orchestrate. What else would this night reveal? What truths were yet to be unveiled? Anna's spirit soared as she embraced the possibilities unfolding before them, aware that this was just the beginning. The soft hum of conversation filled the room, blending with the hesitant laughter that vibrated like tiny bells in the air. Anna looked around at their friends' faces lit by the gentle glow, each one carrying their own burdens and hopes. It was a tapestry woven together by love and longing, illuminated by that radiant light that still danced in the edges of her vision. "Let us share," James gently suggested, breaking the hushed reverence that had settled. "What has brought you here tonight?" One by one, voices rose around the circle. Stories flowed like streams in the desert, each one pouring out the struggles and victories they held close. A mother spoke of sleepless nights and the ache of raising her children in a world filled with uncertainty. A young couple shared their journey through recent loss and the unspeakable pain that still clung to their hearts. Each testimony resonated, striking chords of understanding as the light seemed to pulse gently in response. It was as if the very air had thickened with divine presence. Anna's heart swelled with each shared truth. Real tears flowed. Hands clasped a little tighter as they drew strength from one another. She noticed the dim shadows retreating as faith began to regenerate hope within the hearts assembled. Then it was Ben's turn. Tiny fingers reached up to Anna, pulling her from a reverie. "Mama, can I say something?" His wide-eyed innocence brought laughter, and she nodded, encouraging him. He climbed onto a chair, his small stature both tentative and brave. "I like the light," he said, beaming at everyone. "It makes me happy. God loves us and makes us smile." The room erupted with laughter and an overwhelming sense of joy. A ripple of affection washed over Anna. Ben's pure, unfiltered faith cut through the noise, reminding everyone why they had come. It was not just to recount struggles, but to celebrate the unassuming miracles that lived quietly between them. Anna felt that electric energy surge once more and nudge of the divine within. What if we pray for each other now? She proposed, her voice steady and clear. Let us take a moment to lift each other up. As they bowed their heads, Anna felt the warmth of hands on her back, the embrace of their collective faith wrapping around her like a warm blanket. Words spilled from her heart. Gratitude for every story shared, for the courage of each person present, and a prayer for transformation to take root. In an outpouring of sincerity, others began to speak as well, lifting up their needs, their desires, and their dreams. The atmosphere thickened, a tangible, almost visible fog of prayer blanketing them all. Suddenly, Ben began to giggle again, pointing toward the light, his eyes gleaming with a childlike wonder. Look, Mama, it's dancing. Everyone turned to behold the light, now shimmering brighter, as if responding to their collective fervor. Anna gasped. This time, it pulsed and flickered like a heartbeat, drawing in deep breaths of hope from the very souls present. As the gathering buzzed with surprise and awe, Anna felt a deep gratitude washing over her. This was not just a gathering of friends anymore. It was a community alive in the presence of the divine. But amidst the wonder, a question loomed large in her mind. What does all this mean? What was God guiding them toward? As the gathering delved deeper into prayer and fellowship, Anna sensed the spring of a grander revelation waiting just beyond the veil of understanding. Could it be that this was only the beginning of something far greater? What wonders awaited them as they leaned closer to faith? As the gathering continued, an unspoken energy crackled in the air, palpable and alive. The flickering light pulsated with a rhythm that resonated with the heartbeats of those present. Each member of the circle felt it, a magnetic pull toward a deeper sense of belonging. Anna opened her eyes and looked around. Everyone was lost in their shared moment, eyes glistening, faces aglow with anticipation. James was the first to speak again, his voice firm yet gentle. What if we shared not just our burdens, but also our dreams? The air shifted slightly as he posed the question, and Anna could see its impact ripple out. Tension hung momentarily as silence filled the space. It was a challenge wrapped in warmth. Ben, still perched on his chair, nodded vigorously. Yeah, dreams are good. His innocence cracked open the heaviness, allowing laughter to bubble out again, breaking into smaller conversations as people began to contemplate what they truly longed for. One by one, they ventured forth. A musician spoke of a song yet unwritten, longing for the perfect chord to capture his faith. A teacher hesitated before sharing her dream of nurturing young hearts, infusing them with the spirit of hope. Each story opened up new windows of possibilities, passions ignited in the hearts of those listening. Anna felt the light growing brighter, not just in the room, but in each soul present. It became a beacon, illuminating the interplay between their struggles and dreams, a divine connection binding them together. When it was her turn, she felt a sudden rush of courage. I dream of a place where we can all come together, where light flows freely and love pours out like water. A home for our community, a sanctuary where all burdens can be laid down. Her voice wavered with certainty and excitement. She could see Ben's eyes widen at the thought, his spirit urging her forward. The thought hung in the air, a beautiful vision filled with the possibility of transformation. Could such a place breathe life into their scattered hearts? Anna felt a ripple of agreement from those around her. Hope sparkled in their eyes, reflecting her own yearning. Suddenly, a hush fell over the room. The light dimmed just a touch, yet its brilliance didn't wane. It seemed to breathe in, as if holding its breath in anticipation. Ben squinted, his small brow furrowed in concentration. What is happening, Mama? He whispered loudly, breaking the silence. Anna turned her gaze to the radiant source. I think something is about to change, she said softly, her heart racing. Just then, a faint whisper seemed to echo around them, intertwining with every shared dream and intention. Believe in the power of your faith. The words wrapped around them like a warm embrace, soft yet commanding. In that moment, the air surged with possibilities, filling the cracks of doubt and uncertainty. It was both exhilarating and terrifying. Anna's heart pounded with hope. Was this the divine speaking to them, affirming their dreams? The light flickered once more, brighter now, as if responding to their collective faith. It felt like an invitation, a beckoning to move beyond their comfort zones and into something greater. Anna drew in a deep breath and knew each person here was being called into a deeper engagement with God's purpose for their lives. Yet as the moment settled into brilliance, a lingering question stirred within her. What if they took a step together toward that dream? What if they dared to build it, to breathe life into the vision? As they exchanged glances of determination and anticipation, Anna felt compelled to speak again. What if we make it happen? The room seemed to hold its breath, teetering on the brink of something monumental. What would it take for them to transform their dreams into reality? Would they summon the courage to embark on this journey together? And beyond that, what divine surprises awaited them on this uncharted path? The next chapter was just beginning to unfold, waiting for their hearts and hands to signal the way. As the atmosphere thickened with possibility, a wave of anticipation washed over the gathering. Anna felt the eyes of her companions upon her, eager, hopeful, and filled with an energy that crackled like static before a storm. The moment was ripe and ready. It was not just a meeting, but an awakening, a moment of collective transcendence that urged them onward. Let us take a moment and feel this together, James suggested softly, his voice grounding them. Let us breathe in that light we can feel. They closed their eyes, letting the warmth envelop them. Anna inhaled deeply, capturing the essence of faith that vibrated around the circle. Each breath felt like a step forward, a commitment to their shared vision. She could feel her heart beating in rhythm with theirs, a symphony of dreams blending into one powerful melody. Ben's small hand clasped tightly around his mother's, a comforting reminder of innocence amidst the complexity of the moment. She could sense his excitement, a little heartbeat pulsing with undiluted hope. It reassured her that dreaming was not just for adults, but for every child willing to believe. As they opened their eyes, a spark of determination adjusted the air like a shift in wind direction. What if we started right here? Anna proposed, her voice steady. What if we turn this very space in what we dream of something alive and vibrant? The idea landed softly, weaving among them. They began to speak, their voices rising in excitement, as they envisioned what that would look like, a place filled with laughter, love, and learning. This sanctuary would cradle their burdens and let dreams take wing. Each image painted in words brought laughter and tears, swaying to a rhythm only they could hear. Ben bounced in his seat, echoing his mother's enthusiasm. And we can have a garden, a place for flowers, and maybe a swing set. His delight was infectious, and the group broke into fits of laughter as they imagined the details becoming real. Yes, exclaimed the musician, his eyes gleaming. And we'll have music that draws people together, a kind of music that tells our stories. The sound of hope. More voices chimed in, thoughts bouncing effervescently. Together, they spoke of paintings that would cover the walls with vibrant colors, scriptures etched into the surfaces, and laughter echoing through halls filled with warmth. They were not just dreaming. They were crafting the very essence of what unification could mean. Yet, as joy blossomed, so did fear and uncertainty. Would others join them? Would they find the means to realize their dreams? These questions hovered like shadows, whispering potential doubts. Anna sensed the hesitance in the air, but remained resolute. What is stopping us? She urged. What if we step forward with faith? What if we trust this light? If God is calling us, shouldn't we answer? Silence enveloped them again. Each heart beat faster, considering the weight of her words. Then, as if rehearsed, one by one, heads nodded in affirmation. They all felt the echo of a deeper truth weaving through the air, something ancient and powerful. Suddenly, Ben tugged at her sleeve. "Mama," I think we can do it." His face shone with conviction, pure and untouched. Anna smiled broadly, her heart swelling with pride and joy. In that moment, each person was reminded of their own light, ignited by community and strengthened by shared purpose. As they collectively embraced the flame within them, Anna realized part of their journey would also be battling doubt. They would encounter challenges, perhaps uncertainties, but together they would navigate whatever lay ahead. Before they could settle fully into their excitement, the light around them pulsed again, a vivid reminder of the divine presence encouraging their every step. "Let us gather again soon," James encouraged, eyes dancing with enthusiasm. "Let us put our intentions to prayer and see where our spirits lead us." And just as they began to disperse, a whisper lingered, echoing a lingering promise. The journey is already unfolding, and divine surprises await what? Transformations might yet come, not just for them, but for their community? As they stepped away, a new urgency flickered in Anna's heart. Would they lean into this divine calling with their whole hearts? Only time would reveal the depths of their collective faith. The sun dipped low on the horizon, casting golden rays that pierced through the branches like divine fingers touching the ground. It was a gentle reminder of the everyday miracles surrounding them. Anna walked home, lost in thought, her heart still soaring from the gathering. The warmth of shared dreams followed her, a tender caress against the chill of doubt. As she entered the familiar threshold of her home, Ben bounded ahead, his eagerness contagious. "Mama, what do you think our garden will look like?" he called, eyes sparkling with possibility. Anna chuckled softly, her mind racing with visions of their open space blooming with colors and life. "I imagine it filled with sunshine and laughter, my love, each flower like a picture of her dreams." The kitchen was filled with the scent of a hearty stew, a simple meal but rich with the love she infused into it. While she stirred, her heart reflexively turned toward prayer. "Lord," she whispered, "guide us as we take these steps. Give us the clarity and strength to follow the path you've set for us." Suddenly, the room flashed with warmth, like a soft embrace enveloping her. She opened her eyes, wondering if she had merely imagined it. Yet, deep within her spirit, a quiet assurance settled. It felt remarkably rooted in affirmation that she was on the right track. Later that evening, as she tucked Ben into bed, he looked up at her with a seriousness that belied his youthful face. "Mama, what if no one wants to join us? What if our dreams are too big?" Anna brushed a strand of hair from his forehead, letting the weight of his concern resonate within her. "Every dream starts small, sweetheart, and sometimes they feel heavy. But remember, we have faith. God will bring the right people to us. His plan is always bigger than we can see." "Will we see it?" he asked, eyes wide. His innocent question hung in the air, crisp and clear. It was not just about their garden or sanctuary. It was about the faith journey they were on. Would they see the fruits of their labor? Would the community rise to embrace their vision of love and unity? The next day, they gathered again. The light in the room was vibrant, charged with hopeful anticipation. Each member felt it, the pulse of divine purpose binding them like the roots of an ancient tree. They gathered in a circle, hands joined, hearts open, ready to lift their aspirations in prayer. James led them with a voice that resonated with authority and kindness. "Let us invite God into this vision. Let us trust Him to reveal what we cannot yet see." As they prayed, a quiet stillness enveloped them, thick and holy. Anna closed her eyes, surrendering her doubts, whispering her dreams audibly to God. "Show us what's next." Lord, each word seemed to echo, resonating throughout the space, as if they were words sung to the heavens. In that silence, a profound clarity dawned on Anna. "We must not just dream," she spoke, her voice steady like an anchor found in a storm. "We need to take action. Let us reach out to others. Let us invite them in." Nods of agreement moved through the circle, a collective heartbeat forming. Together, they crafted a plan, engaging neighbors, sharing their vision, asking God to move in hearts. As they breathed life into their intentions, Ben looked up and smiled, bright like the morning sun breaking through clouds. "We can do this, Mama." Anna met his gaze, her resolve strengthening. They were not just building a garden. They were building hope, a living testament to faith in action in the midst of planning. A sudden thought pierced through the joyous chatter. Would they face resistance? Would their dreams challenge the norm, push against comfort? The atmosphere shifted, a reminder that anything beautiful often meets obstacles. Anna took a deep breath as she sensed a divine presence hovering like a specter, forgiving and challenging all at once. A thought danced in her mind: what if, in saying yes to God, they were to step into something far greater than they could ever imagine? And just as the last word was spoken, a remarkable ripple of energy seemed to pulse through the air, urging them onward. Are we ready for what comes next? Anna wondered aloud, her heart racing. The glow around them swirled with every possibility as they prepared to unfold a journey that could change everything. But the true question remained: what sacrifices would they need to embrace for that dream to bloom? The next day dawned bright, stitching together clouds of golden light and soft whispers of a breeze that seemed filled with promise. Anna and Ben stepped out into their garden, the earth still rich with morning dew. It felt like the world was holding its breath, waiting to see what they would create together. They knelt down, hands digging into the soil, a canvas yet untouched. Ben looked up, his little fingers tracing the contours of the ground. "Mama, what'll we plant first?" he asked, the eagerness bubbling within him. Anna smiled, thinking of their plans. "Let us start with sunflowers. They always turn to follow the light, just like we must." The way she spoke held more than mere words. It was filled with her heart, deep affection woven through each syllable. As they planted the seeds, each one nestled into the earth felt like a prayer, their hopes buried like treasures. The sun blazed above, and with every handful of soil, Anna sensed a heightened awareness of God as presence, the echo of their earlier prayers reverberating in the air. "Lord, let each seed grow strong. Let them be a testament to our faith in you," she murmured. But as the sun climbed higher, bringing warmth, uncertainty crept in. What if the seeds didn't sprout? What if the community turned away? Anna shook off the anxious thoughts. She felt guided ever forward by an inner truth that they were meant to do this, in the following days. Whispers of their intentions spread through the neighborhood. They met new faces who were curious and excited. Yet, Anna felt flickers of doubt, shadows lurking in her mind. Were they ready for the challenges ahead? Would their little garden truly bloom into something vibrant and meaningful? One evening, Anna found herself sitting on the porch, the twilight weaving shadows around her. The air was heavy with anticipation, and she closed her eyes, allowing the cool breeze to wash over her. With a heart yearning for clarity, she prayed, "Father, please show me the path. Are we truly walking in your light?" The stillness wrapped around her, a sacred quiet that felt like an embrace from heaven. Then, in the depths of her spirit, she felt a warmth as if a light in her chest began to glow brighter. Suddenly, a thought illuminated her mind. It is not just about the garden. It's about the soil of hearts, the seeds of unity we're planting with others. It has always been bigger than us. Tears brimmed in her eyes as she opened them to the gathering darkness, heart racing with a new understanding. "We're not just gardening," she whispered to the night. "We're cultivating community." Filled with a sense of urgency, Anna rushed inside to gather Ben. "Sweetheart, we need to share our vision. It's not just about flowers. It's about belonging, healing, and faith." Excitement sparked in Ben's eyes, a bright flame of understanding. "Can we ask everyone to help? To come join us in the garden?" "Yes, yes. We'll invite them for a gathering." Her voice was now buoyant, fueled by divine revelation. "We'll light the way for others to see this is a place of hope." As they planned together, she felt a profound shift. It wasn't merely them preparing for a journey, but rather, it seemed as though God himself was preparing to act. Yet beneath their excitement was a growing sense of weight. What if the gathering faced pushback? What if the doubts that once lingered like shadows returned, haunting their steps? Anna paused, absorbing the reality of their ambition. There was risk in vulnerability, faith in the unknown. Are we truly ready to open our hearts and our home? She pondered aloud, feeling the weight press down, heavy yet enlightening. In that moment of stillness, Ben squeezed her hand. Together, Mama. We can do it together. The purity of his trust reassured her, igniting a fire within her spirit. And as they would soon learn, love was the strongest seed of all. But as Anna reflected on all that lay ahead, a deeper truth whispered in her soul. What unforeseen trials would they face? What divine lessons awaited them just on the other side of their leap of faith? With hearts unified and hands eager, they prepared, but the tangible question lingered: how would they nurture the relationships that God would call into the garden? The days rolled on, painting the sky with hues of hope and anticipation. Anna felt the stirrings of change rippling through her very soul, just like the seeds they had sown beneath the sun-drenched soil. Each morning, she could feel the heartbeat of the earth beneath her fingertips, a reminder of the divine orchestration at work around them. One sunny afternoon, Anna and Ben sat together at their little kitchen table, stacks of hand-painted invitations strewn across the surface. They giggled as they decorated each one with blooming flowers and sun rays, infusing every card with prayers of unity and love. Ben's little fingers struggled to stay within the lines, but every smudge sparked joy in Anna's heart. "Look, Mama," he exclaimed, holding up a bright green crayon. "This one looks like it's full of sunshine." "It really does, sweetheart," she replied, her heart swelling with gratitude for the light he brought into her life. "Just like our garden will be." As the sun began to paint the sky with twilight colors that evening, Anna felt a sudden sense of urgency. "Ben, we need to get these invitations delivered," she said, her excitement bubbling over. "People need to know they're welcome. Can we go knock on doors?" he asked, eyes wide with possibility. Yes, we can." With a newfound determination, they set off into the community hand in hand, a colorful cascade of invitations trailing behind them. The first few doors creaked open, revealing curious neighbors with friendly smiles. As Anna shared their vision, she felt something shift in the air. Their words, buoyed by heartfelt sincerity, resonated deeply. How could something as simple as a garden bring such light into their lives? But not every door greeted them with open arms. A few neighbors frowned, their skepticism palpable, weighing heavier than the garden-esque soil. "You're dreaming," one woman interjected. "A garden won't bring people together. Just wait till the first storm comes." Anna's heart sank, the doubt echoing in her mind. The shadows crept back, whispering fear she thought she had overcome. Yet, she remembered the promise she had felt that love was the strongest seed of all. She took a deep breath, trying to ground herself. "Even storms can nourish the soil," Anna replied softly, a gentle smile on her lips. "Just like faith thrives in adversity. We believe that this garden will be a place to find community and healing. No storm can take away our hope." This boldness surprised even her. With each conversation, she was struck anew by the power of their mission. That night, as Anna and Ben returned home, a gentle warmth enveloped her heart. She realized they had planted more than seeds that afternoon. They had sown hope itself. When night fell, Anna sat in her porch swing, the soothing creak intertwining with the cricket's serenade. She gazed at the starlit sky, remembering her prayer for direction. "God, thank you for reminding me that even the smallest actions can ripple into great change." Yet a flicker of uneasiness lingered. The weight of uncertainty pressed against her. What would the actual gathering bring? Would they really cultivate the community God had whispered into her spirit? Ben shuffled up beside her, a sleepy yet resolute expression on his face. "Mama, tomorrow can be magical," he declared, as if he were holding the stars in his tiny palms. "You're right," she replied, her heart buoyed by his confidence. "It's a chance for everyone to feel that magic." As the night deepened, Anna felt her spirit ache for what lay ahead. Would the heart of their community open up to the seeds of love they were planting? In the quiet of the evening, she surrendered to God's will again, hoping to feel his guidance even more profoundly. And as she did, a warm glow enveloped her in assurance beyond doubt. But just as hope began to blossom within her, a new shadow emerged on her horizon. What unseen struggles loomed on the path to their gathering? What specific challenges awaited as they shared their vision with the world? With questions poised like buds ready to bloom, Anna knew they were only just beginning their sacred journey. And so the next day arrived, filled with divine promise and echoes of uncertainty. A soft breeze danced through the garden as the golden sun rose high, warming the day with divine tenderness. Anna stood in the center of the once blank space, feeling the anticipation thrum in her veins. Today was the gathering, the culmination of prayers, dreams, and belief that they could make a difference. She glanced around at the freshly planted sunflowers swaying gently, as if nodding their heads in agreement. A celebration of life and hope bursting forth from the earth. James walked up beside her, his expression a blend of excitement and uncertainty. "Are you ready?" he asked, his voice steady yet curious. Anna turned to him, her heart swelling, ready and filled with faith. "Today, we invite everyone to join us. Let us be the light in this community." As people began to filter in families, friends, and neighbors, the air crackled with vibrant energy. Laughter rang out like bells of joy, stitching together the hearts of those present. Anna felt a wave of gratitude wash over her. Each familiar face told a story, and every handshake and warm embrace affirmed their unity and purpose. The smell of freshly baked bread wafted through the open windows, mingling with the laughter and conversation, clinging to the air like an offering. Chairs formed a circle, surrounding a makeshift altar adorned with flowers, candles, and handwritten prayers. "Let us start with a moment of silence," James suggested, raising his hands to invite the room into stillness. "Let us acknowledge why we're here." As the chatter faded, a profound calm settled in, and it could almost feel the heartbeat of the collective hopes and dreams surging among them. "Lord," she whispered, her heart merging with the group, "thank you for bringing us together. Let this gathering be a beginning for healing, community, love, and light." A gentle warmth enveloped the room, a feeling they had all become acquainted with through the journey they shared. After the prayer, one by one, people began to share their stories, the struggles that had brought them to this moment of connection, the burdens they had carried, and the seeds of hope they had planted in their hearts. Each testimony rang true. Laughter mingled with tears, and Anna stood, wrapped in the embrace of communal healing. When it was Ben's turn, he climbed onto his little chair, wide-eyed and bright with excitement. "I love our garden," he chirped, "and I love all of you. God loves us." His innocent declaration ignited joy and warmth, drawing smiles and laughter from even the most weary hearts. As the gathering unfolded, Anna felt a shift within her. Each shared story reminded her of the divine orchestration at work. Her community was blossoming, blooming like the sunflowers in the garden, each person contributing their own unique color and light. But amidst the beauty, doubt still fluttered at the edges of her mind. What if this feeling faded? What if doubts crept back in? Anna took a deep breath, allowing the warmth of their collective faith to fill her again. "This is our moment," she told herself. Finally, Anna stood up, her voice ringing clear and strong. "What if we create something beautiful together?" she proposed, her heart racing with purpose. A place to gather, to plant love, to share stories. "We could make our garden a beacon for all who seek hope." As she spoke, Anna felt the divine presence enveloping her, urging forth a deeper calling. "Let us build a community center, a sanctuary where we can nurture our dreams, offer compassion, and share the light of God's love," she continued. Excitement rippled through the gathering, breaths held in hopeful anticipation. "Let us dream together," James added, grinning as whispers of agreement floated through the room. Inspired by the moment, Hands shot up, eager to affirm the vision unfolding before them. AS plans began to form. The sense of purpose deepened. Together, they could bring forth music and art, workshops of kindness and healing, all bursting from the seeds of love they were planting. In that divine moment, Anna felt her fears ebb away. Each voice lifted up was a sound echoing through her heart, telling her they were capable of making this their reality. God was opening doors in ways she never fathomed, entwining their abilities into a fabric of faith, strength, and love. As twilight approached, golden hues settled across the garden, cascading warmth over them. Together, they stood vibrant, ready to leap forward into a new chapter, their purpose clear. And then came the light brighter than before, radiating through the air, enveloping them all in a soft embrace. Murmurs filled the room as people recognized the divine presence, eyes wide with awe. Ben giggled, his innocence a sweet sound that threaded through everyone's hearts. "Do you feel that?" Anna whispered, a grin breaking across her face. "Yes, it's God," came the soft voice of a neighbor, and in that moment, they all knew a transformation was underway. As they joined hands, Anna prepared to close the gathering in prayer. "Lord, thank you for this community, for the love that has woven us together. May we nurture the seeds we've planted here, our garden of togetherness, a sanctuary filled with your light." When prayers faded with the setting sun, joy buzzed in the air. They were more than individuals. They were a tapestry of faith, woven together by shared journeys and dreams, created in God's image. Stepping outside, Anna felt the cool evening breeze brush against her face, bringing with it whispers of hope and clarity. "We're just beginning," she thought, heart swelling, as the stars twinkled against the backdrop of night. Anna took a deep breath and smiled. "Lord, thank you for each spark of light, every blessing, every struggle that has led us here. With courage, we will journey together." In the fading light, she turned to Ben, who was already dreaming of their next adventure. "Are you ready for what comes next?" she asked, knowing they were embarking on something far greater than they had anticipated. And as they walked forward, hearts intertwined in divine purpose, Anna felt the undeniable truth settle within her soul. They were now stewards of hope, cultivating beauty not just in their garden, but in every heart they touch along the way. God had indeed begun something miraculous. You need to subscribe now to our channel and not miss the next exclusive faith stories. This is the moment to show your support. Leave a like now to feed the algorithm and let others know about this journey of hope. Comment your reactions and testimonies about this impactful ending. And don't wait even one more second to share this video with at least 5 friends who need to see this manifestation of love and community. Your actions can make a difference.